Hi, Professor Tradiak. Here's my analysis of the Snelling et al. Report on school-based food pantries. Enjoy! Overall, the report is very attractive. It's formal, it's designed, and it's easy to read with a front and back cover and a table of contents. It's also pretty long at 38 pages. To me, this speaks to smaller scale publication or release to a specific group of stakeholders. Lastly, I thought it was notable that the report included persuasive quotes from key school and food bank personnel. This adds a marketing component to the report. The writing in this report incorporates both passive and active voices. In using a mixture of the two, the sentence structure flows well and it's easier to read. The report is comprehensive with 4 different focus areas. It appears to be written for Feeding America stakeholders, at least it states as much in the introductory paragraphs. Targets funding of the evaluation, together with some of the recommendations, suggest that the evaluation might have been a requirement of continued funding or a requirement to request increased funding for future improvements. Some of the missing components include an abstract or executive summary, which our textbook authors point out might be the only part of a report that certain stakeholders would read. One notable element that's absent from this report is reference to other scientific articles and supporting studies. In every single article we've read throughout this program, there's ample in-text citation and a lengthy list of references. This report has none of that. There's no evidence to support recommendations other than observations and expertise on the part of the study team. There's also no indication that the study was developed in concert with stakeholders. It's assumed, but there's no mention of anything more than Feeding America selecting the AU team and providing the team with a list of 13 target-funded school pantries. Lastly, there are no standards of success in the report. The recommendation list at the end refers to facilitating a quote-unquote higher functioning program, but there's no indication of what the benchmarks would be for achieving that goal. Data were gathered for this study using in-depth interviews and surveys, and included both nominal and ordinal quantitative data and qualitative data gathered from open-ended questions. Data were analyzed using a combination of computer-based statistical analysis and, for the qualitative data, transcription, analysis, and coding. Data presentation is easy to understand and attractive and takes the form of tables and one graph. I have just a couple of closing observations. The results section is long, but since it's divided into 4 different and distinct sections, it's very readable and thorough. I also found it helpful that the interview questions were included at the end for reference. This would help to alert readers to any potential problems with questions. And lastly, the reporting leads to a pretty long list of recommendations, many of which require improved program management, community partnership and alignment, and a higher budget. Thanks for watching. Here's my list of references.